Welcome back to Fundamentals of SQL. We are in the SQL Statement Foundation section, focusing now on the select distinct statement. So the goal of a select distinct statement is to identify or return the different or distinct values from the database. So this eliminates all the duplicate records from the results. So it can be used with different aggregations like count, sum, average, min, max, and distinct operates on a single column. So if you're trying to do select distinct for multiple columns, it's just not supported in standard SQL. So the general syntax for a select distinct is we're going to select our distinct column name from the table name. So in Snowflake, if you are only selecting one column in your select statement, you don't need parentheses. But if you're selecting multiple columns, you're going to need to put distinct in parentheses with the column name that you're calling. So just to keep it consistent, I'm always going to put the parentheses around the distinct. So for this first example, we're going to identify the distinct ratings of the films. Well, we're going to be using the film table in our DVD rental database, so I don't really know what what column ratings is in our DVD film table. So I'm going to go select DVD film in our database objects. And in Snowflake, this great feature shows us what columns we have, how many rows, how much space it takes up, and the data type. So I'm going to look for rating. I have rental rate, length, replacement, rating. Great. It's not named anything funky. So we can select the distinct ratings from the DVD film. So let's type out our select statement. Select, parentheses, distinct rating from DVD film. So we run this. Oop, guess we don't need those parentheses if it's just one column. So we get the distinct ratings, NC-17, R, PG-13, PG, and G. They're in no specific order at all. So this is showing us all of the different types of ratings within our film database. And notice how we don't have any duplicates. And we don't have any duplicates because select distinct only grabs the different values from a specified column. So if you're kind of struggling with this, I want you to think about, well, how is the select statement different from select distinct? And kind of just mull that around a little bit. So now for another example, we're going to identify all of the different or distinct countries from our country table. So let's go to our DVD country table and identify what columns we have. So we see that we have 109 rows. We have country ID, country, and the last update, which is just a timestamp. We're not going to select the country ID because that's not really going to give us the information that we want. So we are going to use country. So that is our shopping list. Let's select distinct country from DVD underscore country. Now, since we have two queries in our sheet, we are going to have to highlight our query. And then we run that. We get 109 rows, and it shows me all of the distinct countries in our DVD country database. So the goal of any select distinct statement is just to return the different or distinct values from that column or that database. Thanks, and I will see you in the next lecture.